Broncos taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the...
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Pushing his way through. Gets through and now an opening. Still going. Touchdown, Cowboys! Terry Pollard, 60 yards. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, 82 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead.
Broncos 8, Cowboys 7. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lance rolling to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Part of the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Lance's throw pulled in by Lamb. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Wilson going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Running right, it's Pollard. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Pollard again. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Cowboys first down.
And Lance going to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. Dancing to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
17. Edo Blue.
He'll drop to throw. is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Aubrey Good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 58 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have broken the tie. He'll buy some time right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Okay, ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Mike Purcell with the tackle. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Here's Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times, and passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They go play action with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 16-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
This is caught. Touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is really simple. Let's just say it. This quarterback is on fire. Touchdown after touchdown throwing the football. What a day for him.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he is caught by Lamb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
3-3. On the ball. On the ball. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready?
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And Lance now to throw. They'll roll him out right.
the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they have to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. Here,
gets picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
43 rail.
Pollard going to try the right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Stuck for a loss by the linebacker, Josie Jewell.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Baron Browning coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. 3rd and 19. Here's Lance to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Claws ready.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Now Lance looking to change it up.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Blaster, 6.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Back to throw. Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Wilson on first down. And this one too low.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Cooks on the quick slant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Let's go.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 44-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the option, running left is Lance. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Cut. 14.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Wilson wants to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Again, it's Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as he'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big time.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. One final try now for Lance. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. This is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you and I, we just looked at each other and kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought that at the end, the strength would win out, and that didn't happen.